Hello, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Skid 5. And you may see that I'm fully warried up tonight because tonight we're growing the brand. We're doing something different, and it's going to be Oxford against Swindon. Amazing stuff, eh? So we're going to introduce now, with a flick of Andy's magical switch, the Oxford Virtual Team Manager. It's Spencer Timmo. You are the Virtual Team Manager of Oxford tonight.
Wow.
And who you're riding against, it's Lee Kilby from Swindon. Lee Kilby, Spencer Timmo, you two are going head to head tonight in the virtual skid. It's Oxford versus Swindon. The old enemies are back on track for one night only.
What rivalry?
That is brilliant.
What rivalry.
You have a great time, guys. I'm going to talk you through the rules shortly, and then I'll hand you over to the magic of Andy Hague while I skip back and go into the Premier chat room. So basically, we've taken 4 meetings between Swindon and Oxford, all at Oxford, so 60 heats between 2004 and 2007.
Wow.
And you will decide, very simply, A, B, C, or D, heat 1 through to 15 to see who's the winner. Okay? That's as simple as it gets. And we're going to start you off with a very simple question. To see who goes first. We do have tactical substitute rule here as well. So if you go 6 points behind, when it's your turn to choose the heat, you just ask Andy if you want to know the home pairings or the away pairings.
Okay, home
he
or
will
away.
tell you them, okay? If
Have you
you're
written
6
that down, Spence? Did you write that down?
He's Spencer. I see, because I can see Spencer. He's writing everything down. So that's the rule. So we're going to start you with a very, very simple question. And of course, my judgment is final on this, so no arguing. And that is, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready?
What's the Prime Minister's name?
Boris Johnson.
Lee. Boris Johnson.
Oh, Lee put his hand up.
Have I said my name?
Go on then. We'll give it Lee. Lee can win. They're a away team anyway. You're going to win, Spencer. Don't worry. No, I don't. We don't know. So everything, by the way, is all done by the computer wizardry of Andy Hague. It's done by an algorithm. It goes into the box A, B, C, or D, and then you choose which way it runs. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Don't forget, we've got to thank our sponsors tonight, and that is M&S Truck Rental on behalf of Swindon and 4 Seasons Landscaping for Oxford. And we thank them very much. But of course, the primary aim of tonight is to save Oxford Stadium. Let's raise the profile and let's do that. And we have a giveaway tonight, which will be a Warriors polo, like I've got on, of your choice of size. You've got to guess the final score by heat 10. All right?
Looking forward to it.
Have a great time, and I will come back afterwards, and we can see who is the bragging rights champion.
Thank you, Barry.
By the way, good luck, Spencer.
Thank you. In the local Oxford.
Have a good time.
Cheers.
So here we are then. It is Virtual Skid 5, Oxford versus Swindon, Spencer Timmo and Lee Kilby. What a pairing to go head-to-head for tonight's meeting. Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. I've already lost my throat already. We're going to kick on with heat number 1. Lee, you won the coin toss there for heats. Pick a heat, so you're going first. A, B, C or D?
Let's go for D to kick off.
D, kicking off then, we're heading off to the Elite League A for Oxford. It is Chris Louis and Frederick Eriksson. And for Swindon Robins, it is Lee Adams and Lewis Bridger.
What a way to start.
So first of all, we're going to come over to Spencer. Chris Louis, Frederick Eriksson, what do you think?
Well, I think Lee being Lee round Swindon, it's going to be tough for Oxford to get an advantage on this one.
Oh, wow, that's what he says. Lee, what about yourself? You confident?
Do you know, with Lee Adams in it, I'd put my money on Lee anywhere, to be honest. And Lewis on the day when he jumps out the start. So I'd edge my bets with a 4-2 to kick off.
Okay, right. Well, let's find out how heat number 1 went.
Racing for them. And Chris Louis and Mark Thompson ride.
We'll get Lee off a gate 4.
The Cheetahs. So the home side then in red and blue, it is Chris Louis, Freddie Eriksson taking on Lee Adams and Lewis Bridger. That's how they line up then for heat number 1.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Lee. Let's get on that
the
start.
Witch of Ipswich
He's on
And
forward,
away they
normal,
go and
straight
into
across.
the first turn.
Yeah,
Good start there
there she
for
goes.
Adams.
Yeah.
Who's gone in front, and
we
Bridger
popped
went
out in
with him
second.
there, but it is
Oh.
Freddie Eriksson who's
There
gone
you
in
go.
the
Lewis
second
can
place.
keep hold of
Chris
that
Louis
third.
is at the back.
Got me 4-2.
Good start here for
Got your
Adams.
4-2.
Not
Well, you
unexpected,
predicted
it must
that
be
one.
said. It really is in
At the
tremendous form.
moment,
So round the first and second turn, down
Pretty
the
tight
back
between
straight.
Lee's gone,
Second
Lee's
place there,
disappeared.
Freddie Eriksson.
Disappeared
Third
into the
place at the
sunset
moment,
as
it is
normal.
Lewis
Standard,
Bridger,
yeah,
of
that's
course,
right.
rides down there at the south coast on the
Yeah,
Eastbourne
Lewis is
Brooks.
holding it.
But a guest in here for the Robins.
Chris doesn't seem to be
Down the
making
back
any
straight
inroads on
into
him,
the
so
bottom turn. Lee Adams a long,
Yeah.
long way in front. The race for second place. At the moment, it's Freddie Eriksson. And
Oh,
in
you're
third place, it is
right.
Lewis Bridger. So it
Good
is
call.
the Robins on a 4-2
yeah,
here in heat number
nothing
1.
you can do about Lee Adams, really, is there?
He really
He's
tailed
gone.
off at the back
Hope I get him
there.
in every
Of
race.
course,
That works.
guesting for Alice Trummel with holding his services from
Not sure
the
it works that
Cheetahs.
way.
There is talk that he could be
Oh,
back
there's me
soon.
4-2.
But no doubt about the winner. That was Lee Adams, 58.7.
Super
very,
Lee.
very fast
Yeah,
as
Super
well.
Lee, yeah.
Second place went to Eriksson and third place to Bridger.
So back in the room then, heat number 1, it was a win for Lee Adams, 4-2 to Swindon. A great start there.
Good start for Robins.
Yeah, Lee, a good start there. Got to be happy with the with Lee there.
Oh, every time. Lee Adams, that's why he was an outstanding number 1. Make that gate. And I'm pleased Lewis tucked in there and got the third, and we got the 4-2. Perfect start.
Spencer, it was always going to be a hard task up against Lee Adams.
Absolutely, he was class around Oxford like he was around Swindon, and yeah, no, fair play to him. He made the gate off 4, come right across, and away he went. There's no catching him.
Okay, well, let's head straight on to heat number 2 then. Now we're going to turn to Spencer. It's your choice, A, B, C or D?
I'll go for B, please.
Going for B in the league in 2004. So for the Oxford pairing, we have Jonas Davidson and Rafael de Brookie.
The Brookie, yeah.
For Swindon, we have Klaus Christiansen and Steve Masters.
Oh, Lionel. Magic.
Lionel,
Yeah.
tell us about that. That's a bit of a nickname.
Steve Masters has always been Lionel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Lionel there. What about Spencer? What do you think of your pairing? Jonas,
Oh, I used to sponsor Jonas Davis. I sponsored him a van for that season. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a 4-2 here to Oxford, I reckon.
okay, he sponsored him a van. He might be taking it off
Yeah.
him if he don't come up for the goods for you.
Yeah, bit of pop out the gate and win this one for me.
Yeah, he owes you. He owes you.
So I'm going to catch the old Swindon boys up.
Got to give a shout out here for Richard Watson, who's provided the footage for tonight's meeting. Of course, Richard used to do all the filming at Oxford for Oxford Speedway Productions and also Save Oxford Stadium YouTube channel as well. Guys, you've got to go over there, subscribe to them, watch some of their footage. It brings back the good memories and it helps those guys and their cause to bring Oxford Speedway back to the racing. So, talking of racing, let's head on for heat number 2.
Klaus Christensen, the rider in green. Steve Masters.
I don't remember much about Rafael de Brookie, I've got to be honest.
No, he was a Polish rider. He was hot and cold, mate. He was really good or real bad.
Okay, I know which one I need now.
Come on, Gate 4. Come on.
Come on, Lionel, get out that start.
And away they go.
No.
Oh, that's a blistering start.
Oh, he's got to come up inside and run him out. Yes.
For the rider in green, Klaus Christensen, but nipping up on the inside.
Come on, keep to the inside.
Oh, he's gone for a wide
Yeah.
line. He's thrown it away.
Great move.
He's thrown it away.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Gone to the back.
Oh, my boys are kissing the fence.
Second place now, Eunice Davidson, who took full
I think this is in the bag, Spencer.
This is going to be a 5-1 unless any mechanical failures, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right there, mate.
Get round there.
Clean pair of heading out into the fence, the boys. Yeah, done and dusted, look.
Very good.
You chose well with this one.
For the silver machine.
You chose well.
Second place in red.
Who's that out front? Is that
I think it's the Brockie. I think, yeah.
out front?
Good lad. Jonas is
At the moment,
dipping. Yeah, well, that's a good one.
Christensen, over the
Yeah.
line they go.
Sessional,
5
Spencer.
to the
Sessional.
machine.
Yeah.
1 to the Robins and the home side going
Wow,
forward
we've
now
got
and
an
to
advantage now on your lead.
60.9
Yeah, you've gone up. Look at that.
5 points to
Early
one.
days.
7-5 the score.
And we are back in the room. That was Heat 2. Like you said, Lee, a little bit processional there, but Spencer, you're not going to worry about that. It was a 5-1 to you guys.
I'm not going to worry about that. We got the result. We got the 5-1, so we're a couple of points up on Swindon now, so that's great news, but there's a long way to go.
There certainly is. Now, before we go any further, Spencer, you know this track well, don't you?
Yes, and a few laps around there.
And an Oxford rider for quite a long time.
Yeah, lots of... first went to Oxford in 88. My granddad used to live around the corner in Blackbird Leys, and my very first memory of coming to Oxford is I had a Westlake engine, which I bought from New Zealand in my suitcase, and a good friend of mine, David Barge, was a good rider at Coventry at the time, and he kindly loaned me a frame, and I built the bike up in my granddad's shed and actually pushed it from my granddad's house to the stadium for a second half. And I remember just my jaw just dropped. It was Hans Nielsen, Simon Wigg, all the big motorhomes. Obviously, they were like, megastars back in the late 80s. And it was a phenomenal sight, seeing all those guys. It was like just a memory that lived me forever, just pushing me. I pushed my bike to the stadium, and they're all there in their motorhomes. So, yeah, good memories.
And good times. What about you, Lee? Did you get to Oxford much?
Oh, yeah, loads. Obviously, because of Dad was there. Dad rode in 73 and 74 down in Oxford, and he was plagued by injury in 73, but then was their number one in 74. He had a terrific year. And you might be able to see just up above me is actually, this is hanging up at home, his dad in Rebels colours from when he was a rider there. So he used to take me, we hit Swindon back then on the Saturdays and to the Thursdays. We'd always be at Oxford as well. We'd always go down Oxford. And he was always welcomed, really welcomed, and people had a lot of time for him down there. So really good memories of Oxford. And like everybody else, I just hope we can get it back. It's such a shame that it's like it is. So we're 100% behind that campaign.
Well, hopefully those memories can turn into support. Support could turn into bringing back that stadium and getting some bikes racing around that track sooner rather than later, with any luck. Okay, then. Heat number 3. We are going back to Lee. Lee, your pick, A, B, C, or D?
Let's go with an A.
We're going with an A. We're heading back to the 2007 meeting. And your riders for Swindon, it is Sebastian Ulemek and Thomas Janowski. And for Oxford, we have Pepe Podosevich and Steve Johnson.
Oh, Jono.
Oh, Jono, yeah.
So we got some real characters in there, some great riders there. Lee, what do you think of your pairing?
Yeah, Polish pair. If Seba can make the start, there's a thing with Seba. If he made the start, he'd win the race. If he didn't, generally he'd come third or fourth. So I need him to make the gate here.
Yeah, I remember Sebi, because he actually rode for Waggy when it was a silver machine.
That's it.
For Swindon, but super fast rider. When he made the start, there was no catching him.
That's right, yeah.
But you never know with Jono there and Pepe Podosevich. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, it's a tough call, this one.
Well, let's find out how the chips fell and what the result of this one is. This is heat number 3.
Tomasz Szezanowski is the rider in
3
yellow,
poles
taking
and an
the
Aussie.
rider replacement ride for the
He was, Seba,
Mads
he was so
Cornelissen.
quick. If he made that start, he was electric.
So here we go then, the riders at the line.
And Thomas was the same, really, when he was at Swindon.
Yeah.
Either all or nothing sometimes.
And away they go and charge for the first turn. And it's the rider in green
he's
there.
there, he's done it.
The former Oxford rider who's gone in
Great start,
front.
Seba.
Second place there.
Right, let's hope that what we've been saying comes true now.
Third place, Szezanowski at the back this time.
Just gets his head down and goes.
Problems because he stopped there.
I've lost Thomas at the back. He's pulled up.
In front
He's on his own.
who certainly are bobbing along very nicely.
Yeah, I'll take that now. We've got no Thomas.
So
you're riding a decent line there.
Well, be 3 wins out of 3 for the Robins, and they really could
good.
rack up a very big score here unless Oxford can get their game together.
Oh, he's having a look.
With Jesper B. Jensen
Hey,
would hold in his services. Alice Trimble would hold in his services. It really isn't good times here at
Jono trying to track him down, but I think it's
Bunston. The Robins
good, mate. You've got that one, I reckon.
Sebastian
great character, Jono.
Goes into the bottom
great
turn. He's
lad.
going to get a
Good
comfortable
lad.
win
Right.
here. He heads for the checkered flag. There he goes over the line. Second place
Oh,
goes to
3-3.
Johnson
I'll settle
comes
for
over
that.
third. 3
Yeah,
points to
I'll take
Oxford,
that. That's what
3
we
points
thought,
to
really, wouldn't
Swindon.
it?
That means
Yeah.
the Cheetahs have
Seb
7,
Gates,
the
he's gone.
Robins
Good
have
man.
We
11.
both talked about Ullivac, didn't we?
60.3.
Yeah, said the same thing.
Winning time.
Right there.
So the first 3-all drawn heat of the evening then, Lee. 3-all, you're 2 points down. You're not worried just yet, though.
Nah, I think you take that away from home. Heat 3, couple of points down, not a problem. And exactly what we said. If Seb can make the gate, he's gone.
Now, I've got to mention that we have seen a few bits and pieces on social media lately, and you're sporting a new haircut there, Lee. Obviously,
Yeah.
great things there happening for the Ben Fund that you've done. Tell us a little bit more about that.
It's actually, I'm into that fuzzy chick stage now where it's not neither one nor the other. But, you know, I was like everybody, you know, barbers are closed. My hair was getting bigger. So I wanted to shave it. And I phoned Mitch Davey up and said, look, maybe we could try and make a couple of quid for the Ben Fund if we shaved, and we'll do it together. And you know what? We got almost £2,500 for just doing the live show.
Brilliant. Yeah, fantastic.
Brilliant. And
Fantastic.
especially at a time when the Ben Fund would normally be doing track collections, and they're obviously not out there doing it. So it was just brilliant. I said to my wife, if I can get a couple of £100, we'll have done a good job. So to get near 2,500. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to grow back now so I can get my quiff back over.
That's brilliant. That is £2,500. Absolutely brilliant.
Terrific. Yeah. Shows what great Speedway supporters are, you know.
Yeah, big family. Yeah. Right, heat number
Absolutely.
4, Spencer, back to you. It's your choice.
Yeah.
A, B, C, or D?
Oh, I think I'm going to go for C this time.
We're going to go for C then. 2006, the Elite League A meeting. For Oxford, your riders are David Howe and Eric Anderson. And for Swindon, we got Lee Richardson and Sebastian Alden.
Well, I remember that year. David Howe, that's the year Aaron Lanny took over, and he bought over from the purchasers from memory. And I think David Howe, he bought him in as the number 1 actually that year. He was our number 1. So I think he started off quite well, but I think it's going to be a 3-3 to be honest.
Thinking a 3-3. What about yourself there, Lee?
Yeah, I might swing towards a 4-2 here. I think Lee Richardson was a class act, and again, it didn't matter where Lee was riding; he was superb. And Seb Eldon, that was his first spell with us. I think he's good enough to get a 3rd place here.
Okay, good enough for a 3rd. We're about to find out. This is heat number 4.
David Howe rides in red. Eric Anderson is the rider in blue. Lee Richardson, we know what he can do. He rides in
Lee's off the 4. Yeah, Seb there on 2.
Rider in yellow.
See what
He's not having the best of seasons as far as
He was at Oxford. He was quite a good rider.
And you know what, David Howe as well. He had some good meetings there.
Yeah, it was a good start on it. I can tell where that style actually was by Eric Anderson in blue.
Yeah. He jumps us here at the minute. Lee's going to have to do something special.
David Howe tucked in behind him. Richardson there in 3rd place, holding at the
Come
back.
on,
And Oxford, the Cheetahs are beginning to claw their way back.
Yeah, they've got it nailed in already.
Richardson still in 3rd place. At the back there is Holden. This is a good one.
Lee's trying. He's trying, but you know what it's like when you're behind, you get filled in. It's not as easy as people think to come from the back when you get caught. Yeah, that's right.
The line, you know.
Yeah, those balls are riding the perfect line. They're gone. I'm going to be getting near tactical territory soon. Darn it.
I do remember Eric being a very good gator rider. I think he rode over here for that only 1 season, I think.
Yeah, not very long at all, yeah.
He had a lot of potential, but just disappeared, and that was the last we saw of him.
Yeah. He's done the business there for you.
Yeah, he did. It's
so far.
All right, then. That was a big heat advantage. Another 5-1 to Oxford then, who go 6 points up. You heard what Barry said at the beginning. You know what's coming up now. It is tactical territory time. Lee, you now get to choose whether you want to hear the riders for Swindon or the riders for Oxford. And you'll get all the choices, and then you can choose which pairing you want to go with. So,
Okay.
do you want to know the Oxford riders or the Swindon riders for heat number 5?
I'll go with the Swindon, please.
Okay, the Swindon riders for heat number 5. You can have either Charlie Jader and Andy Smith, or Lee Adams and Mads Cornelissen, or Lee Adams and Mads Cornelissen again, or Lee Adams and Lewis Bridger.
Yeah, it's going to be Lee and Mads. So I guess it's just, I'll go for the first Lee and Mads.
Right, so we're looking at, you're choosing B then?
Yes, B. Yeah, Lee and Mads.
Okay,
Yeah.
B. So for Oxford, we have David Howe and Adam Skonishki. Now, Adam really, really knew that track well. And of course, we've just seen David get a 5-1 there. So even though he's chosen here, Spencer, it's not too bad for you.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. But Lee was so hard to beat round Oxford, especially if he made a start. But I think it'll be a 4-2 this one to Swindon, to be fair.
4-2 to Swindon. What do you think, Lee?
Yeah, I'm thinking 4-2. I'm thinking, we all think Lee will probably jump out and disappear. And let's hope Mads can either trap with him or nestle into third. Hopefully second.
Just before we go into heat number 5 then, I want to give a big shout out for our 2 main sponsors tonight. That is from Oxford, the Four Seasons Landscape and Gardening Maintenance Company, and also from Swindon, M&S Self-Drive Vans and Truck Rentals, that I think we can see at the bottom of Lee's shirt there somewhere. There they are, they're on there. These guys are sponsoring tonight, and without their help, this wouldn't be possible tonight. So please check out their website, check out their Facebook, and if you want to get your garden done or you want to go and rent a van, tell them that Virtual Skid sent you over there, and it will all help us out. So let's head in for heat number 5, tactical territory, and let's see if this one plays out.
Come on then, Mads. Come on, Lee.
Really need David Howe to make the gate here.
Yeah.
Not had the best tonight so far.
That's Lee off of 4.
Off 4, he was fantastic off gate 4. You really made a good start. You kept it on.
Yeah, you can already see the angle of the bike. He's already pointing out first turn. Go on, Mads.
Typical Lee Adams style.
First turn, it's a very interesting one.
Come on, Mads, get in that third spot.
David Howe, but there goes Lee Adams round the outside, and Adams just opens it up and pulls away.
He's done well. He's done really well there, Mads. Go on,
Howe in
Mads.
second place, and Skornicki trying to get up the inside of Cornelius.
Tell you what, we've got a battle on for third.
And it looks like he's found a way through. Cornelius and goes to the back. And once again, we're looking at a shared heat.
Should have gone for the other combination of Lee and
In
Mads.
front. Very, very fast rider.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, Lee.
It always is, mate. Always is. Lee's gone again.
Still David Howe in second place. Skornicki and Cornelius.
Yeah, Lee's gone again. So smooth and stylish. Mads has pulled up.
Yeah, well,
3-3 then, hopefully. Let's keep going, Lee.
And Cornelissen has pulled out now.
Yeah,
and
class
just
act.
about confirms how they're going to finish here. With Lee Adams taking the 3 points.
Won by a fair distance there.
Yeah, it was a street away again, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There's Mads. Unlucky Mads. He was in it for the first lap. He had to go.
Yeah, he had to go. Maybe had a couple of bike issues.
Okay, so it was a 3-3 there. So Lee, even though you had the tactical, you chose the pairings you want, but of course didn't go your way with Mads pulling up there.
I think it was the other Mads and Lee I wanted, not that one. The other one you offered me.
Let's see next time. You'll have to think a little bit more carefully next time.
No, do you know, we've had a couple of bike issues so far. Mads was in that, but there's obviously something not right. But we'll take a 3-3.
Good stuff. All right, heading into heat number 6 then. Spencer, A, B, C or D?
Oh, let's go for D this time, please.
We're going to go for D. We're going to go to the Elite League match in 2006.
2006.
You are going to love this one. Your riders for Oxford is Todd Wiltshire.
Oh, Toddy, yeah.
And Davey Watts.
Davey Watts, yeah.
And for Swindon, we got Sebastian Olamek, and Mads Cornelissen is back out again for you. Let's hope that he's got his bike sorted.
Davey Watts struggled at Oxford. He didn't have a good season with us back in that year. Todd being Todd, if he makes a start, there's no catching him. I think it's going to be a 3-3, to be honest.
It's going to be a 3-3. What do you think then, Lee?
We got two renowned gators in this one in Seb and Todd. So, it'd be interesting to see. And then I think there's a battle out front, and there's a battle from the other two as well. So hopefully Mads can get over the top of Davey, and I'll take a 3-3 in this one.
Okay, well, you think it's a 3-3? Let's head over and find out.
Looking for an away win.
Gates 1 and 3 in this one.
Hot off 4 all day long. I'm really
Hot off of 4. Yeah.
Especially off gate 4. I could be wrong, but
yeah, so off of 4 at Oxford. I need Seb to get off of gate 1, that's for sure.
It's going to be an interesting race. Todd's made it. Yeah, he's come right across.
I tell you what's going on?
And that calls Corneliuson to drop on the turn.
He's up, he's off. It's another 5-1.
Oh,
wow. Crikey.
So round the first and second turn.
He's not going well.
Second place it is Todd Wiltshire.
Going well for you, Lee, I'm afraid.
No, it's not, is it?
And the Cheetahs on
Todd's tucked in.
Here.
He'll sit behind Davey all day long.
Rider in third place there, Sebastian Ulemek.
I thought you said he had a bad year.
Oh, he did, mate. That's me. It must have been one of his better ones. I remember him. He just proved me wrong.
Yeah, he must have heard you.
Yeah, he must have done. Proved me well wrong there.
There, gone. I can't even see my third place. Oh, there we are. Look.
Very heavy on the outside of 3.
Yeah.
But look, it looks quite deep. That's why they're all spread out. I think it's,
yeah, that's right.
The track conditions definitely didn't look the best.
And 1 point goes.
The old tarmac in the middle looks like it's wet as well, doesn't it? So
yeah, it looks like it's been raining.
1 to Swindon. That means the home side Oxford Cheetahs have 21. Swindon Robins.
Okay, that was a big heat there for Oxford. Stretching their legs now. 5-1 to Oxford, 23-13.
Yeah.
Head in the hands there for Lee. You've got to start thinking about this one.
Wow, let's see what I can pick out in the next heat. We need to try and get something back.
We need some meetings, more meetings with races with Lee Adams in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need.
I'll tell you what, Lee, you've been in the pits for many years now. You know the score. Coming up to halfway into the meeting then, you're 10 points down. What would you be saying to your guys now at this point?
Do you know, it's all about knowing what makes each rider tick, because when a rider's having a bad meeting, there's no point going in and for some riders and putting a rocket up their backsides, because it doesn't work. Some need an arm around the shoulder, some need to be screamed at. But with the teams we've got here, you'd hope that Lee Adams is buzzing around as well and giving a bit of advice, because that's the way that you've got to do it. You've got to pull together and try and keep as much unity as you can in the pits. Otherwise, it does just all disintegrate and you get riders falling by the wayside. But we'll be good. Lee's in there now having a word, I'm sure.
Now, Spencer, we talked about earlier on of you going and visiting Oxford, the track, but of course you were a rider for many, many years. As well as knowing these boys, you know what it's like to be out there on that shell.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I've been out there many times myself, and to get the riders motivated, as a team manager, I think you if the boys put in the effort, you don't mind. It's when you can see they're not putting the effort, not really trying or giving the effort. It's so frustrating, But hope Ross goes down there giving them a good team talk.
Sure he is. Well, not tonight. It's all down to Lee to give him the team talk.
We'll be good. I'm going to turn it around in this one.
Okay, Lee, you get to choose because you're 10 points down. So, the riders, do you want to know the Oxford pairing or the Swindon pairings?
I'll go. I can't. Around this era, we seem to have half the team are on fire and half the team weren't every week. So, if I find my team, my riders, I'll have a better gauge, hopefully.
Okay, so we're going with the Swindon riders. These are your pairings: Steve Johnson and David Rood, or Sebastian Ulemek and Lewis Bridger, or Sebastian Ulemek and Lewis Bridger, or Steve Johnson and David Rood.
Oh, okay.
So you got kind of 2 choices of each here.
I'm going to go with... I'll go with Seb. Seb again.
Are you going to go with the second or the third option, B or C?
I went with the second option, so I'll go C.
We're going with C then. 2007 Elite League A. This is it. You're 10 points down. So let's find out how we're going to get on. This is heat number 7.
Sebastian Ulmet, winner first time out, rides in green and taking the run.
Yeah, Sever off of 1, Lewis off of 3.
Yeah, I'm really feeling a
Just,
4-2 to Swindon here. That's what I'm feeling.
Oh, I'd love to feel that. That's what we need.
Very good one for the
Good luck.
Come on, Seb.
So here we go.
Come on, Seb.
And away they go, and it's an interesting one
Missed
here.
it.
It's Protasevich who's got away.
Go on, Lewis, have a go.
Fine, they're trying. Go on.
Bridger trying to come round
Go
the
on,
outside,
Seb.
gets balked a bit
gonna-
there. And, well, we've got a race on our hands here because it is Protasevich
Who's out
in
front? Pepe?
Second
Yeah,
place at the
Pepe,
moment,
Protasevich,
Sebastian Ulmet.
Yeah, well, for the
Third
poles, as soon as they get out
place
front, they're
is
quick.
Bridger at the
So
back there.
Very
In
hard
the
to
blue
pass once they
helmet,
get out front.
it is
Yeah,
Mark
he's,
Thompson. But,
he's looking steady
Ulmet
again.
in
Another
front
steady
there
roll.
for the Cheetahs. Is he going
Just
to
as
be
I
first
say
home
that.
ride? No, he's not. He's
he's
all over
gone.
the place. He's gone down in a
Step
tumble
on that.
there. And
Oh,
he
he's
really
gone.
hit that
Well, we got a
airfence
rerun.
very,
We're
very
going to
hard
award it.
coming out the
Award
corner.
it. Award it.
And just as we said,
I don't think he's going to award it. I think it's going to be a rerun.
Really
You
slipped
reckon?
into the
Yeah,
safety
I
fence.
think he might.
He is
It was
down
coming
on
up.
the
Wasn't the
circuit.
third lap.
So
It was coming up to the
Sebastian
third
Ulmet.
lap
There
when he
is the
crashed.
red
Yeah,
light
I
on
think
the
so.
way. The race has been.
Well, the referee did call it. He called it as a
Oh,
win
Hit that.
for the Robins. So that's a 5-1. So the Robins pulling back 4 big points in that one. Still 6 points down, though. So we head now into heat number 8. Back to you, Spencer. Heat number 8. A, B, C, or D?
I think I'm going to go for A this time.
Going for A, back to 2004, the Elite League A.
2004. Wow.
Yeah, 2004. So for the Oxford Cheetahs, we have Travis McGowan
Oh, Trav. Yeah.
and Raphael Jabrookie.
Rookie. Yeah.
And for Swindon, Andy Smith and Steve Masters.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is the Silver Machine days, 2004.
Interesting heat, this one. But before we head off for this one, I just want to give a quick shout out to the guys at Save Oxford Stadium. We've said it before. They've got their YouTube channel. Check it out. Super happy that Richard Watson has allowed us to use his footage during tonight's virtual skid. So many thanks for that. That's making it all possible. So don't forget, guys, if you're in that chat room now with Barry Bishop, I know he's going to be telling you, get your results in. We got a few more heats yet before we have to tie that up to win that Warriors polo shirt. So make sure you get in your predictions of that heat. And of course, tonight is brought to you by Four Seasons Landscape and Gardening Maintenance Company from Oxford. And of course, M&S South Drive Vans and Trucks Rentals from Swindon. So thanks, guys, for your support once again. We head now back into heat number 8.
Number 8, Travis McGowan in red.
Another Polish rider that rode for us for a while. And Travis, he could have some really good meetings around Oxford.
Yeah, we had the Moose for a couple of years as well at Swindon.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's on 2. It's like Trav's on 4, I think.
Yeah, I think I've got Stevie Masters on 1.
1.
Oh, come on, Smudge.
It is who comes out in front. And what a find this guy could
Right,
be.
we'll take it. Sit tight, 3-3.
Second
Unless
place,
Smudger can get on.
Third place, Steve Masters. McGowan trying to get round the
That's a
outside
turn.
of
Who's that?
Trav's good round the outside. Always rode the wide Oxford Travis.
That was fantastic. He's done them. Look at the Moose go.
Oh,
I'm off.
And this
Great
is
move.
turning out to be a real top-notch meeting.
Come on, Smudge.
Ricky in front, but
He's
Travis
done us.
McGowan
Cool, I bet there was a roar when that happened.
Yeah, I bet there was. Trav always rode the outside around Oxford.
Yeah, very well. Look. I'm hoping for another engine failure or something here. I don't want anybody to fall off, but I could do an engine failure. Go on, Andy. Go on, Andy. He never gave up, Smudge, ever.
Never gives in. No, never gives in.
Never ever.
I think it's going to be a 5-1 to Oxford.
Oh,
They go back in front because Oxford
Taking us,
26, Swindon have 22.
Back in front.
But we
Obviously,
are
no bigger lead
They're a
now.
real humdinger of a match.
yeah, and 5-1's just disappeared, look.
Okay, after that result then, another 5-1. It's swinging one way, it's swinging the other way, but it's swinging in the favour of Spencer here. Oh, I can't believe it. He's got his head down. Lee is really struggling here, and that's a nice cap you got on there, Lee.
So I've got to go for some inspiration. So I've dug out my old Lee Adams hat.
He needs Lee in this next race.
Right, okay. Now, just before we go any further, guys, Lee, you've come up with something for the guys out there in the Premier Chat, haven't you? You're wearing a hat there, so for the rest of tonight, what's going to be happening on your stream from your end?
I might throw a few different caps on, and if anybody is this on the chat with Barry, if they can highlight the caps that I'm wearing, the riders it belongs to, then we might just have one of the official Swindon Team CFS hats from last season, and this season that we haven't got. So if they clock who I'm wearing and they can create a little list, I'm only going to do 2 or 3, and they've got a chance of winning. Barry can pick a winner and somebody can walk away with a nice CFS filtration hat.
Ah, that's brilliant. Of course, that adds to the Warriors giveaway as well, separately there. So, guys, just to reiterate that, if you're watching here, watch what Lee's got on over the next sort of half an hour or so. And if you can name the riders that he's wearing their caps to, put them all together at the end. And all the winners, or all the people that get it right, Barry is going to pick at random a winner from that, and you will walk away with a CFS hat. Now, CFS, of course, sponsors of Swindon Speedway. And a moment ago, you said this season that we haven't had, and had yet is the word to come back to it, because it's frustrating times for us at the moment. And, of course, very, very involved there, Lee, with you at Swindon, commercial marketing manager, I believe.
Yeah, it's a nice role. I really enjoy it. You know, I live in London now, but so I grew up in Swindon, so I know it inside and out. And I love getting out and about in town, selling Swindon Speedway, but selling the sport. And we're in troubled waters at the moment, but we're in comms with all the Premiership promoters, and we're talking about what we can do, how we can do it, and we just have to wait for the guidelines to come out as to whether we can actually make it happen or not. But we're all willing it to happen because we want something to come to track this year. Fingers crossed.
And Spencer, all your time not only involved with Speedway but also as a sponsor, we've never seen anything like this at the moment, have we?
No, I feel very, very sorry for all the riders. You know, they've spent all their money beginning of the season hoping to race, thinking they got a job, and it's all been taken away, you know, no fault of their own. And it's tough times for everybody, you know. And I really feel for the riders and the promoters and, you know, everyone involved. You know, it's very tricky, you know, having a business and you can't operate basically, and everything's set up. And, you know, the poor riders, they spend all their money, you know, having to find jobs and just to make ends meet, you know. But there's just hope we can see some Speedway this year. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, well, we are feeling sorry for the clubs and for the riders, but myself, I'm feeling really sorry for Lee down here because he's 10 points down. He's almost crying there. You're going to have to do something in this one, Lee. But
it actually feels that's not too bad with what I've watched so far. To be only 10 down, I'll take it because I've still got Lee Adams to come in a couple of races, I'm sure, and Rico maybe.
Oh, we'll wait and see. So heat number 9, it's your pick. And, of course, we're still in tactical territory here, 10 points down. So do you want to know the Swindon riders or the Oxford riders? So far, it hasn't worked for you.
No, let's flip it over. Let's learn the Oxford boys.
Okay, for the Oxford boys then, heat number 9, you can choose David Howe and Adam Skoniski, or Luboš Tomaszek and Steve Johnson, or Ryan Fisher and Niels Christian Everson, or Adam Skoniski and Frederick Eriksson.
I will go for Luboš Tomaszek and was it Jono?
It was Steve Johnson, yeah.
I'll go for those guys. Yes, that was an even shout, really. Niels was there early on, so it's not the Niels that we know now, but he was still a rider then, up and coming. So it's an even mix. So I'll just go with Luboš and Jono.
Okay, so the Swindon pairing here is Lee Richardson and Andrew Moore.
Okay, Andrew Moore. Okay, see what Andy can do.
Yeah. So Spencer, you know Luboš very well, don't you?
Very well, yes. I've sponsored Luboš for quite a few years when he was at Oxford, and I actually mechanicked for him the very first time he flew over and never left Czech before. Picked him up from the airport, and I think he was 16 at the time. And I mechanicked for him that night, and I think he got paid 9 on his debut at Oxford. And then he stayed at my house, and the next day I took him to the airport, and he got to the wrong terminal and just about to miss his flight. And I double parked, and because he was a bit wet behind the ears, because he was only 16, I went in with him, left my car, and as I come out, I was surrounded by police, armed police, and they were just about ready to tow us away. So that's my very first memory of Luboš. And I got a fine of £70.
£70 fine and some guns for you as well.
Yeah.
That must have been quite something to go for.
He gave me the wrong terminal.
We hope that we got the wrong terminal there. Let's see if he's getting it right on track for you then. This is heat number 9.
From the meeting, he's got a muscular injury to his leg
Completely
and
go against
shoulder.
me. I could call you a 5-1 here.
So, what a save.
Yeah, Jono and Blue, you
Tomaszek
always used to play
replacing
with us
Steve
clutch
Johnson's
leader.
in blue. Lee
Yeah.
Richardson has won
Andy
his
Moore,
first
he
two
was
nights.
unfortunate,
He's in
Andy.
green.
He had a lot of
And
ability.
yellow it is
Andrew, he had a
Yeah,
bit of time
yeah.
at Sheffield, I think, and
Yeah.
then at Swindon, but he never really nailed
Well,
it.
Lee's made a good start. Lee's made a fly there.
Cracker there, Rico. Strong first turn.
Richardson in front, and
He's gonna get on that
Steve
dirt.
Johnson
Oh,
coming
he's
up
got
the
the inside.
inside.
Yes,
Jono
that's
takes
Jono.
over the lead.
Jono snicked up the
Richardson
inside.
has been
Yeah.
passed there by the
Oh,
rider
Lee's
in
gonna
red
win
as
that.
well.
What's
That is Lubas Tomaszek. Now Richardson
Come on,
swings
Lee, that's
back
it.
on the
Fight
inside
back
of him.
like that.
So Richardson back into second place, and now he's going after Johnston.
If he can keep
So
on
Steve
Jono's
Johnston
heels.
is leading second place
Yeah,
there in the
Jono-
green
Jono-
helmet.
Jono
Lee
had him covered.
Richardson. And
Yeah,
this
I
is a
can't help
little
feeling
bit
he's got to
more
go a
like
bit
it.
wider into
Jono-
turn
Third
3.
place there,
Through the
Lewis
track.
Tomaszek. Andrew Moore
Lee-
watching
Lee
the
can
action
get up the
from behind
inside.
there. Go
Yeah,
down
he's
the
riding a
back
good
straight
line there,
into
Jono.
the bottom turn.
He
And
knows
it's going
to
to be
get the
a
right
simple
out
win here
wide, big
for
to move,
Steve
and gets the
Johnson.
run off
He's got one
on the
lap to
outside
go.
there.
Still
Yeah.
Lee Richardson chasing after him. Third place there, Lubas Tomaszek.
I'm going to be spending half this meeting in taxes by the sound of
Still a
it.
mountain to
I'm going to
climb
run out of them.
for the Cheetahs if they're to get anything out of this
Yeah,
one.
Jono, well ridden.
So there they
Well
go,
ridden.
over the line. A win
Oh, hold
for
on, what's
Johnson,
Andy doing at the
first
back? Is he going to
Oxford
sneak a
rider there,
third?
Heat number
Yeah,
9 to
just
take the
didn't quite
checkered
see what
flag.
happened there. I think he
Second
got
No.
place,
loose.
Lee Richardson, and
He
third
got a bit
place,
close at the end, but I think it was a
4
4-2.
points to 2, 20 points to 34.
Okay, we're back in the room then after heat number 9. It is all going wrong for Lee. He's had 3 choices now and it hasn't worked for him. 4 points to 2. And that means the scores so far are Oxford 33 and Swindon 21. 12 points behind after 9 heats. Spencer, you've got to be enjoying this a bit.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that's fantastic. You know, that's the luck of the draw. You know, Oxford boys are doing extremely well, but Lee needs to try and get Lee Adams back in the races, I feel. So,
I do, absolutely.
you know, Lee Adams to pull those points back.
Okay, and Lee, what
Just-
can we say? 12 down.
It's just not happening. Do you know that was we didn't I don't remember many incredible times for Swindon at Oxford down the years, especially in my lifetime. It was always, they always had strong teams and we were always up against it there. So today is no different. Just got to hope that we can hammer a couple of 4-2s, 5-1s in the next few heats, and then hope I can bring the big boys out in the last couple.
And bring it back. All right, so heading on then for heat number 10. Spencer, your pick, A, B, C or D?
I think we'll go for C this time, please.
Okay, C, we're heading back to the league meeting, the Elite League B meeting in 2006. For Oxford, we got Todd Wiltshire back out again with his partner Davey Watts. And for Swindon, we got Rennick Gaforov and Lee Richardson is back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, before we go any further, I could see on your face there, Lee, this is a tough one for you think?
Yeah, only not because of my riders, just because of theirs.
Wasn't that guy Russian? Wasn't he a Russian rider you had?
Yeah, Rennet.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In the years, you have cult heroes that turn up at your club and they don't pull up any trees. They're not the best rider, but everyone remembers them for entertainment, 100% commitment, and Rennet was one of them. I remember being sat in a pub in Swindon, in Alan Rossiter's pub actually in Swindon, and Rennet was in there and he couldn't speak no English. And my dad sat there for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes talking to him. And bless Rennet, he just kept nodding and
nodding.
yeah, okay. He didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue, bless him.
Well, we'll see if he's got a clue on this one. Now, before we go into heat number 10, we've got to give that final shout out to the guys in the Premier chat room with Barry. This is the last call to get your predictions in for the match score tonight. Okay, so right now, you've got a few seconds now to put your thoughts on what you think the match score is going to be to wear that Warriors polo shirt. So make sure you get them in there. And of course, all of this tonight has been brought to you by the Four Seasons Landscape and Gardening Maintenance Company in Oxford. And of course, M&S Self-Drive Vans and Trucks Rentals in Swindon. So thanks for your support, guys, for Virtual Skid. And now we are heading off to heat number 10.
Is then at the line for this heat here. The 10th.
Yeah, see what Todd can do here. But
home side.
Right, I've got Lee Richardson. He's actually wearing the white and black here. So it must have been one of those meetings for us.
Yeah. Lee needs to
Come on,
really...
Lee. Oh, we had a little go.
And it's a good
made it
start
there,
there
but...
for Wiltshire, and Davey Watt has gone with him. Davey Watt is leading the way.
Davey
Wiltshire
Watt.
in second place. Disappointment.
And I did
for
say earlier
Sweden.
he had a bad season at Oxford, but every race he's been in, he's won for us. So
Go on, Lee. That's the one. Well played, Rico.
Richardson
good move.
into second place, but
Yeah,
Davey
just a
Watt
shame
is in
Rennet wasn't a bit
front.
closer.
At the back it is Guthrow. And if it stays
Well,
like
I was facing a
the
5-1
Cheetahs
against,
will
so
maintain that
I'll take the
10-point
4-2.
cushion, 'cause Richardson
Oh, Todd's not going to give up.
But only get 4. And at the moment,
I'm just going to pull these caps down over my eyes in a minute, I think.
But he's got to be careful because Todd Wiltshire is breathing right up his
Yeah,
exhaust
he's
pipe.
settled in for second, I think, there now.
Around the bottom turn there, and
Whoa,
Wiltshire trying to find a way, almost
he's not.
collides there
Spoke
with
too
Richardson.
soon.
He spoke too soon there, Lee.
Around
I
this
think
first
Come on,
second
Rico.
turn,
He's really
still
got to
Richardson
watch
hanging on
himself.
to
Todd's all
second
over him.
place. Looks over
God,
his
he's
shoulder.
quick,
He
wasn't he,
knows
Todd?
Wiltshire is right there
So
behind
fast.
him.
I mean, it was a good move from Lee to pass him.
Davey Watt is going to
Oh.
get a super
No,
win
Lee's
here.
gonna just
Race
take
on the
this
line
out.
just goes to Richardson. Third
Doing
place
my
goes
nerves no good.
to Todd Wiltshire.
But it's very unusual for Todd to be passed there. It was a good move from Lee.
Tough
him.
move, yeah, really tough move.
10 points in it. 36
Tough but
points
fair.
to Oxford, 26 to Sweden.
Okay, we are back in the room then. That's 10 heats gone. A 4-2 to Oxford, 37-23. Lee, it's looking pretty tough for you now.
I think it is. A fair play to Lee Richardson there. He managed to. Not many people went round Todd or under Todd like that. So he did well to get us a second place. But he was wearing the white and black helmet colour in that heat for real life. So it was obviously not a great meeting for us. So yeah, the Oxford boys are on it. Spencer's picking well.
You certainly are. And Spencer, Todd Wiltshire, when his name was called there, you had a little smile when you heard Todd Wiltshire.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew, but I was quite surprised by Davey Watt because I vividly remember that season, and Davey didn't have he had some good meetings at Oxford, and unfortunately I'm choosing the good meetings that he had for us. So
You certainly are.
yeah, but more luck than judgment, I must say.
More luck than judgment. I don't know about that. So let's move into heat number 11 then. And we're back with Lee. So Lee, you get to choose, and of course tactical territory. What do you want, Swindon or Oxford riders?
I'll go for race E. I'll choose the Swindon riders this time.
Okay, the Swindon riders are either Lee Adams and Lewis Bridger, or Charlie Jader and Andy Smith, or, again, Charlie Jader and Andy Smith, or Lee Adams and Sebastian Alden.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Well, I'm going to go with Lee. Got to go with Lee. Who was he paired with in the first one again?
He was paired with Lewis Bridger or Sebastian Alden.
Seb Alden.
I'll go with. Oh, they were like for like them two. Let's go Seb Alden.
Seb Alden, right? Okay, so you have picked the meeting back in 2006 Elite League A, and for Oxford, David Howe is coming back out again with Luboš Tomacek.
Well, neither of them have let you down so far.
I think a 4-2 to you, Lee, in this one, to be fair. I think it's going to be a 4-2 in your favour.
Okay, Spencer thinks a 4-2. Lee, what do you think?
I'll go with. I'd like a 4-2. 3-3, I'm confident. 4-2, hopeful.
Okay, let's see how it falls in heat number 11.
4-4 tomorrow. As we move on to heat number 11.
Seb's on 2, so Lee must be on 4. I'll take that.
Take that.
I'll take that. Hopefully. Just need Seb. If Seb can get over the top of David, maybe if he can make a start.
I remember he used to fly around Swindon with Seb Alden, didn't he?
Yeah, he's great young up-and-coming rider. Sure.
Well, Lee missed the gate. I thought that's unusual.
Did Seb's in the mix though?
Oh, Lee's got all the work to do here.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting now.
Keep going, Seb.
Dave Howe is in front there. Adams in second place, third place at the moment.
Yeah. Right in front. Is that David Howe again?
David Howe up front, yeah.
Does just show what David Howe had in the locker, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I say, that year he was riding as number 1.
Yeah.
So
And Adams
Lee
again
hasn't given up.
tries
There's a
to
good
cut
scrap
back
going
up
on the
the
backside.
inside, but it's still
Seb's having a
Howard in
nibble.
front.
In the nibble.
Tomasek
Lee
there in
lost,
third
but
place. Alden is at the back. But Alden's had a good
I don't know
meeting
if
up
Lee's
to
going to
now.
get him. Come
Oh.
on, Super Lee.
David
Oh,
Howe.
is he
He
packed up?
stopped.
I think he's
David Howe
no,
stopped going into
yeah,
the
so
corner
he's
there. And
packed
how
up.
did Lee Adams
Oh,
miss
take
him? He's
it.
gone right out round the boards.
Take
Good luck
anything.
for David Howe. And
Yeah,
Swindon
well,
in the right place
I
at the
did say
right
I thought
time. There's
Luke-
Lee Adams. He's
no,
going to win this
on
one.
those
Over the line he goes for
circumstances.
3. 2
But,
points go
yeah.
to Tomasek.
Well,
1
lucky
point
for
goes
David
to Alden.
He's
And
unlucky there,
roll up
David. That was a
for
great
David
race so
Howe,
for
who
him.
looked like he got the
It would have been a
beating
good
of the
scout to take Lee
Australian.
Adams. You know.
And
Yeah,
here's
wouldn't
Adams
it
who
ever?
takes it
Yeah, Lee missed
in
it off
time
the
of
floor, didn't he?
16.8.
After 11 heats, then the Swindon Robins pull it back a little bit. Maybe not enough, but they've pulled it back a little bit. Little glimmer of hope there. 4 races to go. So, Lee, can they do it?
Wow, you know, we need four super heats, that's for sure. And David Howe, I feel a bit sorry for him in that one because he was about to get one of the biggest scalps ever, and the bike gave up. But I'll take it.
You'll take it. Spencer, what about yourself? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident that Lee, you know, he could pick some good races and some good riders, and he could be right back on our tail. So let's just wait and see. Quite exciting.
Back on the tail, heat number 12 we're going to now. We're going to head back to you, Spencer. A, B, C, or D?
I think I'll go for A in this one, please.
We're going to go for A, Elite League A in 2007. Your riders are Mark Thompson, and here's your boy again, Luboš Tomacek.
Lubos, yeah.
And for Swindon, we've got Sebastian Ulamek and Andrew Moore. Spencer, you're a little bit more dicey on this one.
I think Lee's going to pull back another 4-2 here, personally.
Oh, he thinks it's going to go in your advantage in this one, Lee.
I think it's
Yeah, but he said that every time, and it's only gone my way twice. I'll take a.
Ulamek, he rode for Oxford, and he makes a start. Nobody's going to get past him.
No, it's Andrew Moore, I think.
Yeah, it'll be between. I think Lubos will come second, and it'll be a battle between Andrew Moore and Mark Thompson. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see what happens then. This is heat number 12.
And Luboš Tomacek is the rider in blue. Nothing else the Cheetahs can do here.
Seb's on
with
floor.
Tomacek already out.
Seb's got a gate. I've got to get Seb out front.
And in yellow, Andrew Moore.
And I
Yeah.
remember the
They line
name
up
Mark
then
Thompson,
for
but I couldn't
heat
put
number
results
12.
or races to him.
Well,
Come on, Andy, get out of that
here we
start.
go.
Come on, Lubos.
And away they go, and
Yeah,
not
that's
surprisingly,
like
it's
Seb
Ulamek
gone.
who's got away
Oh,
from the
it's a
outside.
dream.
So
Dream
Ulamek
start.
leading the way.
Of
Luboš
course.
Tomacek there. It is in second
Right,
place.
Andrew
At least
Moore,
he's
come
giving
on.
it a go. Third place there it is Andrew
Just
Moore.
stay ahead
At
of
the
that
back it is
Thompson
Mark
lad.
Thompson. No disrespect to Mark, but he's certainly not an elite league rider. So round that first and second turn, down the back
It's looking in
straight.
your favour here,
It
Lee.
is
Yeah, I think you might have been right there,
Ulamek
Spencer.
looking for his
So it could be a
fourth
4-2 if
straight
Seb keeps
win.
going.
And looking
And
comfortable
Andy stays
for it
on.
that. Still
Yeah,
Tomacek
no bad
chasing
luck.
hard in
It's,
second place. Andrew Moore
Yeah,
chasing
well,
after
we've both had a
Tomacek
bit so
in
far.
third place.
Yeah,
And it's a
bad luck.
bumper payday for
Both had a
the
bit.
Robins. And we
Seb,
saw
this Seb all
the
over.
whole
Seb was,
Pirates, of
you know,
course,
make the start. He was
absolutely hammer the,
phenomenal.
Cheetahs
Get out
there
front and
a
we've
couple of
gone.
weeks back. And we
fast,
wonder
isn't it?
if Swindon
He
can
comes
beat
from,
that.
obviously you guys. He went to
They
Coventry
really
as well for a while, didn't
Pulling
he?
away.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit,
and,
yeah.
Pulling away
Yeah,
in
the Coventry,
comfortable
Oxford and
style.
Swindon,
So
aren't he?
there is
Yeah.
Ulamek leading the way over the line for 3.
There we go. We'll take that
2 points
4-2.
go to
Another couple of
Tomacek,
points
1
in.
point to Andrew
Yeah,
Moore,
so
2
you're
points to Oxford,
bringing it back
4
in now,
points
Lee.
to Swindon,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
48,
It was 3 to go after this, isn't it?
the winning
3 to
time.
go.
Well,
That's
3
12,
heats
yeah.
to go. And, well...
All right, we are back in the room then. Heat number 12 has just played out a 4-2 to Swindon. They're clawing it back. You're 10 points
we're not-
down now.
We're not dead just yet. We're not dead just yet. You never went to Oxford and led down, that's for sure. You kept fighting.
And how many times have we seen on the TV and in live meetings where the last 3 heats can be absolutely pivotal?
Yeah. Well,
Well, personally, I need to make some big decisions here because if we're going to have a home and away match and aggregate scores, we need to pull out a few more points to take the Swindon.
See what Heat 13's happening first of all, but before we do anything, once again, a big shout out to Save Oxford Stadium. We all want to see Speedway back at Save Oxford Stadium, so please support them, folks. Check out their YouTube channel, reminisce on those old races, and let's all pull together and see if we can get racing back at Cowley Stadium. So, Heat 13, Lee, coming back to you, tactical territory, you're still in it, 10 points down. Do you want to know the Swindon riders or the Oxford riders?
No, I'll definitely go Swindon.
He's definitely going Swindon. Okay, you have got either Charlie Jada and Lee Adams, or Lee Adams and Lee Richardson, or Charlie Jada and Lee Adams, or Lee Adams and Lee Richardson.
Oh. Okay, I'm definitely nothing against Charlie, but I'm definitely going to go with Lee and Lee.
Okay, Lee and Lee. So which one do you want them? The first one, B or D?
Let's go for the first one, because I want them to be first.
Okay, that is the Elite League A meeting 2007. And for Oxford, we have Chris Louis and Luboš Tomacek. I think Luboš is doing about 12 heats in this meeting, isn't he?
He's done well.
He's a popular lad. So first of all, Spencer, got to come to you now.
We're coming under pressure now. That's Lee's got two good riders there, and we're up against it in this heat. See what happens, mate. But I predict the best of 4-2 to Swindon in this one, I believe.
Okay, and Lee, you're going to be hoping for a bit more than that.
Yeah, I need a 5-1. To be honest, if it was Charlie or Lee or Charlie, it doesn't matter. I think all of them have got the capabilities, but 5-1. Bring it on.
Okay, right. So let's find out and see what the result for Heat 13 is.
Lee Adams starting position.
Got Lee off gate
Calling
one.
into line.
Hopefully, it looks like Chris Louis and
Louis
Red.
Adams very close to each
Memory
other.
Chris
The
didn't
starting
always go
marshal
that well at
has to
Oxford,
move
but
over out the way there.
Chris
Might be a
he's
few
quite a way
elbows
over as well.
going
He's on the
here.
outside of his.
Chris Louis,
So here we go then. The
gate
green light's on.
Keep Lee on the inside.
And away
Oh,
they go.
what he's done, he's got
And
the start.
Louis has made the start.
Can you
Super
believe
start
it?
there for Chris Louis.
Lee down.
Louis leading
Don't
the
let
way.
him
Come
Adams
on,
in
Lee.
second
Come on,
place.
Chris,
Third
come on.
place. It is Lee Richardson.
That's you
at the
saying
back
he didn't
there.
always go that
It
well.
is
Go on,
Luboš
Lee.
Tomacek. But
Come on,
Chris
but Lee's
Louis
not
leading the
inside.
way.
Go
So
on,
work
Lee.
here for Lee
Put him on the
Adams.
inside.
Round
Keep
the
it in.
first and second turn, Louis leaving a gap on the
Oh,
inside, and
Lee.
Adams
Lee,
just
beautiful.
cruises
Come
up
on.
the inside into
Come on,
the
come on,
bottom
Chris.
turn, and
There's Lee
through he
Richardson.
goes.
Get close, Rico.
So
Where
Lee
are you?
Adams it is, takes
Nah,
over the
Rico's
lead.
just
Louis
a bit off
coming
there.
back at him on the
Chris hasn't
outside,
given up.
but Adams,
Chris
the
wants-
Again, another
smoothest
rider that
rider
never
in
gave
the
up.
Oh,
Speedway,
come on, Chris.
just opens it up and cruises.
Lee's just got that
Louis
inside,
certainly
that nice
fighting
drive
hard
coming
in
off that.
second place.
How
Third
far
place
back is
it
Rico?
Lee Richardson,
He's
but
got third
again,
in the bag.
the Robin's
Let's
on
hope for a
ahead
4-2
advantage
here then.
here.
It looks like it's a 4-2
Still
for Swindon
Louis
here.
buzzing round
You know,
on
we're
the
not giving
tail
up, that's
there
for sure.
of Adams,
No,
but
there's another
Adams
2 you've clawed
looking
back.
in complete
Yeah.
command. He's round the bottom
well done
turn
to
and heads
Lee Adams
for
there.
the flags,
Yeah,
and over the
Lee
line he
always.
goes. Adams wins it
Class,
3 to him, 2 to
class
Louis.
act.
1 to Richardson, 2
I think that was a
points
tough
to
heat
4
for
in favour
Luboš,
of
that's
the
for sure.
Robins, who now
Yeah, it
lead
was a
by
very tough
26
heat.
points to 50.
Right, we're back in the room then after Heat 13. That is 3 4-2s on the bounce. He is clawing it back slowly. He wants to build it. Look at this. He's like a musician. He's like an entertainer. He's building it. He's planning it. And he's masterminding.
I'm actually getting sweaty palms now. I'm getting quite nervous. That nice lead he had, and it's slipping away, unfortunately. That's 3, like I say, 4-2s to Swindon on the bounce. So
Yeah, I'm pleased the boys have kept it. It would have been a nightmare if we'd have been absolutely hammered. So the fact that we're in with a chance here.
definitely.
Guys, I will say that we are on Virtual Skiv 5 and the last 4 installments. Once it starts to get to about Heat 10, things start to hot up. And it's around about now that your palms do get sweating and you do start to really feel this.
And you need more than water.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a beer. Cheers.
Yeah, you're one up there, Spencer. That's another victory for you.
I've had a hard day, mate. I need a beer.
Just before we start Heat number 14, though, we're going to come to Spencer. Spencer, we've talked about how you got involved with Speedway and being at Oxford as a fan and then obviously as a rider. But these days, 3 car dealerships in Oxford. So that must be keeping you busy during this time.
Yes, very busy. Fortunately, people don't want to sort of get on buses and get on trains, so they're buying cars. So we're very busy at the moment. It affects different businesses different ways, but we're doing very well at the moment, fortunately.
So the key is here, guys, if you're out there watching this, is to go down to Spencer Timo there, go to Oxford if you want to buy a car. If you're an Oxford lad, just pat him on the back and say, job well done so far. And if you're coming down all the way from Swindon, you can beat his price down, hey. But I'm sure you'll sort the Speedway guys out.
I'll give any Speedway fan a good deal, so there's no worries there.
Awesome. But of course, got to mention that not only are you still based in Oxford and so on, but you actually help riders that aren't at Oxford at the moment, obviously, but Speedway riders, you're still involved. You know, I know that you sponsor the Warriors on the island and also individual riders like Bradley Wilson-Dean as well. So you got to be keen for those riders to and those teams to come back to the tape soon.
Absolutely. I just feel for everybody in the sport at the moment, but, you know, everyone's hands are tied and, you know, it is what it is, and we just got to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Lee, coming back to you, we know it's a very, very frustrating time at the moment. Maybe a glimmer of hope at the moment with the way things are going. But behind the scenes, you must be very busy for Swindon at the moment.
It's interesting because yes, it's quieting down because I haven't got the events to promote and I'm not out and about in Swindon because there's nothing open. But we're still working hard, you know, trying to keep fans engaged. Social media world, things like YouTube, and it's important I keep in touch with our sponsors and fans as well. So yeah, there's still lots going on behind the scenes, and I'm still working away for Swindon there. But you know, who knows? We're all just, like we said already, we're just super hopeful that we can get to track at some point this year and get the boys, like Spencer said earlier, they've spent so much money on equipment and they've had so much outlay. You want them to recoup a little bit if they can. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. You thought you were having a night off tonight, but that's not happening. You're still working for Swindon, but you're working for Swindon in the virtual Speedway world here.
Exactly. It's a first.
Okay, so Spencer, we're coming back for you for Heat 14. Would you like A, B, C, or D?
Oh, this is a tough call. I hope it's going to be the right one. I really need to get some points in the bag here. I think I'll go for D.
Okay, we're going for D, 2006, the Elite League A meeting. For Oxford, we've got Frederick Eriksson and Lubos Jomacek.
Lubos is out again.
He's got to be tired lad, I tell you. And for Swindon, it is Sebastian Ulamek and Adrian Mazinski.
Oh, AD. Oh, I'm feeling confident.
Oh, he's feeling confident. This is good. He's got his smile back now, Spencer. Look at this.
Come on.
I know. That was a bag. I know. He was flying at Mazinski. I remember him coming to Swindon and watching him. He was super fast, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was a rider, especially at Swindon.
Come on.
Really remember how he went round Oxford, to be fair. But let's hope he doesn't have a good one on this.
Well, let's find out if he has a good or a bad one. We're about to find out. This is heat number 14.
Big 5-1 needed for Swindon here. I've got my 2 poles out. Come on, AD. Come on, Seba.
Very interesting looking lineup here for this one. Ericsson and Tomasek gets Ulamek
Oh, look.
Mazinski. And the pole.
Oh, they're rolling.
For the Robin.
Come on.
Could do it again here because Ulamek's trying to
Get
get
round him.
Mazinski trying to come down the outside. The door shut there
Yes.
by Tomasek.
Through. Come on.
To third place there in the red
Get in a second. Good boy. Here we go.
Getting awfully tight.
Yes, come on.
And wow. How about that for a ride from Mazinski?
Oh, that's a nice line. That was well done.
Ericsson's
Back under him.
Oh,
Yes, come on.
Mazinski again.
Bit of passing in this one.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go wide, though. He's going to go wide.
Inside.
Hold it. Come on.
It is Lubos Tomasek, but the race is going on behind him with Mazinski.
Tell you what, that's a tough old race. He's done well there.
Passing, repassing again.
Nice tight line. Nice tight line.
On a 4-2, and if Mazinski
Come on,
gets through,
Come on.
second place.
Come on.
Here we go. Rounding.
Ericsson almost ran away through an inside on Mazinski.
Come on. Let me see.
Come on,
Let me see.
Second place to
Swindon.
third place to Mazinski. What super speedway though.
Needed a 5-1 there.
It's another 4-2 to the Robin.
That was race of the night, I think.
Yeah, a lot of passing. That was a great race. That was. Very
Race
good
of the
race.
night.
So, Heat 14 was another 4-2 to Swindon, but you did need a 5-1. Your boys have really come back at this and done you proud towards the end of the meeting, but unfortunately just not good enough to win this meeting today.
No, but we didn't give up. We didn't give up. That's the most important thing. And, you know, they've kept fighting to the end. 5-1 in the last heat, and we'll go home happy, I think.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so talking of the last heat, Heat 15, Lee, it's over to you. The tactical rule in virtual Skidland, it stays at Heat 15. So, once again, you get to know your pairings. Do you want to know the Oxford or the Swindon pairings?
We'll go with the Robins.
We're going with the Robins then. Okay, your pairings in Heat 15 are Lee Richardson and Sebastian Ulamek, or Sebastian Ulamek and Lee Adams.
Ooh, that's nice.
Or Charlie Jada and Lee Adams, or Sebastian Ulamek and Lee Adams.
I'm going to go with the last, Sebastian Ulamek and Lee Adams.
He's going with the last one. So you're going for D?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Elite League A in 2006. And for Oxford, we have Adam Skorniski and Todd Wiltshire. So,
That's a heat.
Spencer, Adam and Todd.
I'm really relying on Todd to pop out the start here. It's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be another 4-2 to Swindon, personally.
Sebastian Ulamek, Lee Adams. You need him to do the business for you. You can't win the meeting, but you need to go home on a high.
Yeah, 5-1 from these two in the last one. But again, up against Todd and Adam, that could go anyway. This could be any score.
Well, it could be any score. We're about to find out. But before we go into the last heat tonight, going to give one last shout out to our sponsors here. For Oxford, the Four Seasons Landscape and Gardening. If you want to get your gardens done, you live in the Oxford area, give them a plug, give them a call. Tell them that Virtual Skid sent you over there. And of course, if you're in Swindon, the M&S Self-Drive Vans and Trucks Rentals, as sported there by Lee on his shirt there. Give them a bell and rent one of their trucks as well. We do thank them for their sponsorship here. Barry, I'm sure, is having a whale of a time out there in the Premier chat room tonight. The guys there would have had their results in after Heat 10, so we'll know if there is a winner already. And of course, Lee has been sporting those hats during the last few heats, so hopefully you've got your names on the Premier chat there, and Barry again will be able to come up with a winner for those hats as well. So for now, all we've got left is Heat 15, the last heat. There is 6 points down. Are they going to go away with lots of pride restored in this one? We're about to find out. This is Heat number 15.
Looks like Skornicki's on gate 1 for Lee. Todd should be off gate 3. Or hard for Lee Adams off.
This is a good heat. This is a good heat. This could go either way. Either way.
Again, Todd. Will Todd keep him out wide?
Yeah, well, that's it. He goes out. I tell you, it's not even great. Oh, it's going down.
Under Wiltshire there, but it's gone neatly
on the outside.
Oh, Lee went in there, right?
Interesting race.
Oh, I tell you what, that was close.
Nicky's in the lead. Lee Adams scored.
I know, I don't think neither of us picked that one. Oh, Seba's dropped away. It's down to Lee. Come on, Lee.
Come on, Adam.
Come on, Lee. Let's get that through.
And Wiltshire and Adams pass and repass.
That's close.
And here comes Adams again,
Go
right
on,
out
Lee.
in the dirt, round the outside here, but Skornicki.
Go on, Lee.
Adams getting awfully close to that fence.
Adams shut him down for a bit there.
Shut the door there.
Adams in second place
Here
and
comes Todd up the
Wiltshire.
inside.
He's still not out of it into
This is
the
a heat.
column turn. It is
Go on, Lee. Big blast.
Skornicki here. He's going to win.
Come on,
Can
Adam.
Adams come out? No, he
Come
can't.
on.
Again, the door is
Keeping him
shut.
at bay. Actually, I think I remember
Tell you
that.
what.
What a race. What a way to finish
That was
a
local
good
derby.
heat.
Skornicki wins
Great
it
race, though. That was
and takes
really,
3
really
points.
good.
Yeah, fair play to Adam.
Yeah, fair play to Adam Skornicki there.
Yeah.
All the boys are happy there. Look at them.
That means a lot.
Okay, that is the 15 heats done. The meeting is done. It's complete. 49 to Oxford, the winners. 41 to Swindon. They were clawing it back there, but what a meeting. And how good is it to see Speedway from Oxford and see Todd Wiltshire, Lee Adams, Lee Richardson. Just absolutely brilliant. Spencer, over to you first of all. Isn't it great?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's been a great meeting. I was really getting worried, especially when Lee kept on getting the 4-2s and clawed it back in. But I'm so happy with that last result, which was a very tough race and a great race as well, actually, with Adam Skornicki taking the points and holding off Lee Adams, who was trying everything to get the win. It's fantastic stuff.
It certainly was. It was a great heat to finish the night with. Lee, 49 points to 41. In the real world, maybe you would have nipped out on the point there from the away from home, but still, good night's racing.
And that I think that scoreline replicates many visits to Oxford down the years for us. It was always close. And to be honest, halfway through that, I was thinking I could get absolutely turned over. So to keep it that close, I think there's only one thing to do, to be honest, Spencer.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair that we get that Oxford team back to the Abbey, and let's see if we can do a home leg for me. What do you
reckon?
reckon?
Away, every bit score. Oh, I look forward to it, mate. It'd be fantastic for the Cheetahs.
We'll have to check with the organisers.
That'd be great.
We've thrown it down. Throw my hat down.
Thrown the gauntlet down, mate. Yeah. Look forward to the challenge.
There we are. He's thrown down the gauntlet, thrown down the challenge, and of course, we will then get in contact with Steve at Rerun Productions, fantastic company, and we'll see if we can make this happen and make a second leg possible. But I'm sure Barry will speak about that when he comes back in the room. I've enjoyed myself tonight, guys. Thanks ever so much for your time coming in and joining us, getting in the spirit of things. Absolutely brilliant. Just before I go, once again, one last shout out to Save Oxford Stadium. You've seen some fantastic racing tonight. There is more fantastic racing on the Save Oxford Stadium YouTube channel, so please, guys, go and check that out. And of course, Richard Watson for the fantastic footage that he's allowed us to use in Virtual Skid 5 tonight. So all in all, a cracking meeting. Thanks, guys. I'm now going to leave you, and I'm going to hand you back to Barry Bishop. Here he comes. He's coming back in from the Premier chat room. Thanks, guys. Stay safe.
Cheers,
enjoy.
Andy. Great job. Great job.
Oh, guys, mate, that was fantastic. You know what? I just want to say something. Oxford's my club, right? I was there in a pram, and I've spent my life there growing up. I've ridden there. I've crashed on Benfall, like Spencer said earlier in the meeting. I've been there and I've done it. And to see it tonight, where there's no result known, is brilliant. We brought the whole thing back to life. And I'm super proud that that we did that tonight. And thanks, guys, for joining in. How was it for you? What's it like? It's real, isn't it? It's a real virtual experience, but it's like you feel the pressure.
Yeah, I was you're getting sweaty palms, especially getting towards the end where Lee's, the Robins were reeling us back in, Barry. I was quite nervous.
Yeah, I was a bit
it.
concerned about that, Spenny. I was going to sack you.
Yeah.
You see, if I'm not allowed back into Swindon now, Barry and Spencer, you are 100% to blame.
Well, I love that your challenge, Lee, to have a rematch.
Like
and I think we should do the away leg, and we should speak to Steve at Rerun, and we should do that. Of course, we thank our sponsors tonight, M&S Truck Rental and Four Seasons Landscaping for Oxford, and we thank them very much. Let's get on with that, and let's have this rematch, because it's going to be...
Can't wait.
Mate, it's cool, isn't it? I was shouting at the screen. I was shouting at the screen watching these races. Oh my God. And the other thing I was doing, actually, Spencer, I was looking for myself in the crowd.
Yeah.
I was actually looking to see. I was looking for myself. Oh yeah, we've been 3-4. I was looking for myself.
And your dad used to stand down that bend, didn't he?
Exactly. My dad, exactly right. And what Spencer probably doesn't remember is I'm from Blackbird as well, and I used to go and help Spencer, or at least once I did it. Was when he had his bike in the garage there, and I can remember him stopping up to me there, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing ever." And Spencer thought to himself, "What is this kid doing in my garage, wanting to watch a Speedway bike start?" And it's the best thing. And so we learn so much from each other in Speedway, and riders play a part, and it just that's what kind of took over my life, because that's what it does. For being involved around Speedway, and that was down to you, Spencer. It's your fault.
No, it's all my fault. Yeah, but I must say, bro, you do such a great job, mate, promoting the Isle of Wight and Speedway in general. You got some fantastic ideas. You know,
We try our best, man.
yeah, you try your best and you do very well, mate. You know, with the youngsters and all the things you do down there is really good for Speedway, mate.
Yeah,
Good, thanks, appreciate that. Well, I think Speedway's a fantastic product, and at the end of the day, we can make it that, but we just need to focus on its successes, not its weaknesses. And
Yeah,
there are
absolutely.
successes, but
Yeah,
successes.
you're always positive, mate, which is a good
Exactly.
thing.
And this virtual skid is equally as cool because it's a real event. You know, it's a real Speedway meeting virtually. And it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love it.
And do you know what? There'll always be a little bit of me in Oxford because of my dad, because of the history.
Yeah.
But there's no part of me that, because you curveballed me today, because I didn't know it was obviously going to be Spencer, and I didn't know it was going to be Oxford. So honestly, it would have been great to go against the Isle of Wight because we met in the early 2000s as well.
Yeah, but there's only one meet. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But to go against Oxford just gave it a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
A little bit of an edge. And so this is, I chucked a few of these bits up, but that painting there is of my dad from 1974 in Oxford colours.
Yeah.
That hangs up at home, and it's actually very similar to what you've got there, Spence, in the background.
But I think what we have to do, thinking out loud, is when we speak to Steve, we need the matches between 2004 and 2007 to make it entirely fair.
Yeah, to do that. Same sets of riders.
Oh my God, we are so going to kick your ass, Lee.
Yeah. At the Abbey,
I have firm belief in Spencer. He will deliver the Oxford Gold. But
I hope the guy rerun.
Do you know what?
I'm sure he will. Do you know him? Do you, Lee, the guy from Rerun?
Steve's terrific. Steve's
chat
with him. Get behind him. What he does for the sport is brilliant. You know, we show weekly meetings on our YouTube channel that Steve provides. He's brilliant. He does a great job. So,
but the most important thing as well is around Save Oxford Stadium as well. This is getting momentum for that, and that's what we're here to do. And so we thank them for helping us do this tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, we should have we could have a match race, Spencer, when they bring it back. Me and you, why not?
Yeah, match race.
Yeah, be great. So we can see who crashes on Ben 4 first. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for everything tonight. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, Lee.
And I look forward to the away leg.
Yeah,
me too.
Can't wait.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Great stuff.
See you later. Bye-bye.